Alrighty, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another First NB internal scrim. Today we are going to be bringing you a David versus Goliath setup. It is going to be Lieutenant Colonel Fives versus Sergeant Major Lyric. To get a little bit of context into why we're calling this a David versus Goliath, I spoke with Vice previously. He has commanded a number of scrims, both internal and external. His record is 10-3 in all scrims as commander. His 3 losses are only in external games, so that means he has never lost an internal scrim. On the other side, this is Lyric's first time commanding, so he is going to definitely be put to the test. And here is going to be our map today. We are playing on Harju. This is an AAS layer, and it's 26 versus 26, following the SEC or Squad Esports Cup standard format. You can see we have the Australian Defence Forces versus the People's Liberation Army. On each side, the first point is already capped, so that's Biochem Labs and Harju Industrial. That means each team is going to be fighting over these middle 3 points. And how it typically works in these layouts is that it's split into different lanes. So each team will have a variety of squads that will be assigned to different lanes, whether that's, northwest side, center lane, and southeast side, and they're going to be battling over the points. We do not have any armor in today's scrim. This is going to consist of logistics vehicles, transports, and then light armored vehicles such as these RWS vehicles. You start with 200 tickets, as you can see here in the bottom left. If you lose a flag, you lose 10 tickets. If you capture a flag that was gray, you get 10 tickets. And if you capture a enemy's point, you get 20 tickets. So let's go ahead and look at the teams real quick. On Fives' side, we have Squad Blue, led by Maverick, Squad Yellow, led by Poppers, Squad Green, led by Renegade, Squad Red, led by Clapping, Squad Black, led by Anubis. Then you have your Command Squad, you have your Science Squad, that's going to be roaming around in the RWS, and then free kits for Movon and Cunny to go and harass vehicles and go find radios to destroy. On the Lyric side, you have Squad Blue, led by Vader, Squad Yellow, led by Mercy, Green Squad, led by Dagon, Red Squad, led by Ragefire, and then Black Squad, led by Infected. We also have the Science Squad with RWS, and then led by Florkley, and then the free kit led by Thaniel. So these are our 2 teams. We're going to be following them around, see how they do in today's match. If I look in game, I don't think they are starting just yet. They're just organizing everyone, and then we'll be starting here shortly. Couple things sorted out. Both teams getting ready to go. Let's check our audio. And what I'm assuming, looking at these teams right now, it looks like I'm on Fives' side. They are currently on Australian side. I'm willing to bet when it rolls, they'll then swap to the PLA side to start. Normally, how this works, it's 2 rounds, so it'll be an hour on each side or until tickets run out. And then the winner is going to be whoever has the highest ticket differential at the end of those 2 rounds. So even if you lose the first round by 50 tickets, for example, if you win the second round by enough to overcome that margin, then you can still win the match. And I think just by looking at this, let's see. PLA, from just what the layout looks like, I'm willing to bet PLA is going to have a better time especially since their first point's biochem labs. They're probably gonna have a better time getting rollout, I think, across the entire map. This road system here is going to let them get to biochem pretty easily and get to school pretty easily. So I think that's going to give them at least a rollout advantage. Um, Looks like the Australian side is definitely going to have to work for it, and they might have a better time of working on this middle layer. Yeah, I'm curious to see what kind of tactics that are going to be employed, especially since this is Lyric's first time commanding a scrim. Definitely curious to see what kind of tactics he pulls from under his sleeves. Looks like we're going to be waiting for another couple minutes, making sure all the teams are organized. And we should get rolling here in a minute. Let me go ahead and create a squad real quick. And this is pretty cool looking at the control setup that we have for the SCC layer. It allows for me to interact with the map. So I can teleport. What's pretty cool is I can watch players too. So I can, if I were to click on teleport over here.
We are running right from here.
All right. Of course we are rerolling, man.
I can click on a player to follow their POV. And if I right click, it'll show me their point of view in the bottom right hand corner. So we can use that to follow players around. Also, what's cool, and we'll see here once both teams start placing down rallies and habs, is I can show the radius that it would take to either burn the rally or to proxy the hab. So some pretty useful stuff here that we have. And you guys will see that once the match starts. I want to make sure to stay away from each team's main so that I can let them discuss their strategies on their own. We do have a slight delay since this is an internal scrim. It's more of a gentleman's agreement not to watch the stream. If this were an external, we might have a little bit longer of a delay. Big shout out to our event and our scrim teams. They put on all sorts of events like this. Scrim team was able to get this organized, ready to go. We also have in-house custom events that we work on. So Cat Duck's one of those main guys. He likes setting up custom mods. We did a custom in-house D-Day invasion event, which is pretty fun. And had the pleasure of getting to play in that. And then we also did a sequel to that called Operation Iron Veil, which I had the pleasure of casting. Looks like both teams are getting ready to go. I'm going to assume that we're going to roll before the game starts. There we go. All right, we're rolling it.
We win.
And
It started.
now we're getting ready to roll. It looks like this is going to be live. As soon as this ends, the game will be live. So now we are on the PLA side. I will be with Fives' team for this one. I'll let them make all their squads. Then I'll make mine last. Stats there at the bottom. There we go. So now you can see total kills for each of the teams. And we have staging for 3 more minutes. So as soon as that rollout ends, we will then have the game start. Let's review the squads real quick. As you can see, each of them are created according to the colors that they had on their rosters. If you lost 1 ticket from the team change, I think they'll be all right. Everyone's in their vehicles ready to go. Like I was saying, we have 2 lodges, 2 transports, and then 2 light armored vehicles. On the other side of the map, you can see a similar layout.
Alright, we're gonna let lodges go out first, so you want Vix out first.
You guys going for town hall
for
for
1.5 minutes left until this game starts.
I'm going to school anyway. I'm not time sensitive.
Copy.
So is that lodges first then, I'm assuming?
Should be the gun truck first. Whoever's going for town hall.
What's pretty cool that we have access to is the transport and transparent mode. So if I press that button, that's going to allow for me to see inside of all the buildings, which helps when trying to follow some CQB. So we'll definitely be utilizing that. Make sure to turn on my hab radius, turn on my rally radius.
Red mines at the intersection. That's where the combat energy is gonna place them.
We got 45 seconds until the game is live. And one of the most important parts about these scrim style matches is the rollout. Some of the more competitive, teams out there will practice their rollouts beforehand to make sure that you don't get a traffic jam, because timing is everything, especially when it's only a 26 versus 26. You want to get that best position possible off the road.
I'm going to peel off to the right before town hall unless we go direct with their RWS right off the rib. So you'll be
all right, live in 5, 4, 3, 2, and here we go.
Roger.
We got the rollout started here. We got poppers going straight down the road. See Climax, Anubis, and Kine peeling off towards school. The main rollout here for Fives' team is going to be going down that main road. We'll see them spread out. Checking on Lyric's side of the map, we have some guys peeling off to the north, some guys peeling off to the south. Looks like we're already getting some fights here in the main road. Stu and Dave tearing into Fives' team. Bear and Sniper here trying to do their best to shoot back, not able to get accurate shots on yet. Oh man, off rip. One Tiger taken out. Looks like a second vehicle is about to be taken down too. Great positioning here from Stu and Dave.
I got you.
Taking out 2 vehicles off rip. Looks like Popper's here setting up a fob here.
Is down.
And we got some light fighting here happening around Town Hall. We got one hab set up here from Lyric's side. You can see those rings. That's the proxy radius, and it tells you how far away you have to be to proxy. So 4 guys at 40 meters, 5 guys at 50 meters, 6, and so on. And that red one right here, that's the rally. So that's the burn radius for the rally. So 5's aside, they're set up on Town Hall here. Pretty good positioning. Just to their south, we have Lyric's team. And Dave and Stu looks like they were taken out, actually. Someone was able to blow them up. On in no man's land. See a PLA transport, looks like that was disabled. Movan goes down. Can hear some mortars going on here to the west. Squeak setting up some mortars.
Mortars coming in, front covered.
See, there's a couple different fronts here. It looks like the main point here is going to be Town Hall that they're fighting over. That's 5's team that they're holding out. On the north side, you have Lyric's team set up here for the eventual point at Biochem Labs. Let's check on the cap progress so far. Lyric side has taken over school. I'm not seeing a cap happening at apartments just yet. Looks like they need a few more guys on Lyric's team to get on the point. Jaya here moving in, going for a little bit of a heroic push. Jaya's right next to the mortars. I don't think that he knows. He's going to try to spawn camp the hab best he can. This is where that transparent mode can help out. So Jaya here in the room with the radio. They don't know about it. He runs right past the mortar. Jaya going to be continuing his push to the east.
And 5, they have 2 separate mortars, one on remove and one further northwest of this initial mortar.
Turn off the hab radius there.
5 got contact in your rally.
Alright, so 5's team was able to take school, and because of that, they are now capping Town Hall. I still don't see any caps happening at apartment here. Let's check in and see what's happening.
Shots is moving clear out south side of Town Hall.
And radio located on remove.
He will not stop in one place. He has to roam. What? I
Nubis.
shot him in the face. How is he?
Nubis strays with Dave there, but that should allow Lyric's team to start taking apartments. They just need to get some more bodies on the point. If they don't, this is not going to end too well. Looks like there's a lot of focus right now from Lyric's team on pushing Town Hall from the northwest side. They're making good progress, but without that cap at apartments, it's not going to mean anything. And Town Hall was just captured by the PLA forces. Let's check in on Clover. Here's the man himself, 5's here, holding off the aggression to the northwest.
7, I got my guys moving north over there before
Yeah, we need to push more support to the west. Push across hard to the west.
So So Fives' team takes Town Hall, and finally we're seeing a cap now on apartments. Looks like Lyric himself is going to be working on that cap. So apartments almost capped, 93, 94%. If I turn that hab radius back on, the hab is not yet proxied, although they were pretty close. They just needed a few more guys in that building. That allows Fives' team to get another spawn off that hab at least. Oh, it's a team kill.
If any of your guys are down, your Vic just spawned in if you guys want to get fire support him.
Raj.
Looks like the main point of contact right now is going to be Town Hall. If we check in a little bit to the south, we're going to see Maverick and his squad facing off to the south side. Silver Mercy goes down. And these are the lanes I was talking about earlier. So Maverick, it looks like he's going to have more of the southeastern lane.
I'll cover.
And his squad's entire job is just to cover this push.
Healing you.
Hey, I saw this our
Thank you.
medic spaced
Gotta be
out.
careful
They're all
on
cluttered.
these. Okay, good.
Don't go around the corner. Go through here.
Alright.
Like Maverick's pushing
I'm getting
up.
shots from southeast.
Contact in the church. Rally.
Contact northeast.
West of map, I'm at.
Right across the buildings. Right there. Yeah.
Maverick there with a great angle. Kleinen hears him though. Kleinen might be pushing up, trying to get that angle.
Minus dead behind the car.
That's my cue. Stay up, hold your spawn, hold your spawn.
Alright, we'll check back in on Maverick and his squad here in a minute. We can see a flank happening here. Hold up. Infected, Reese, and MN here. Going to be on the eastern side of Town Hall. They were able to flank through. And now the question is, will anyone from Fives' team pick this up? And there with a pick on Qui-Gon. Five's pretty focused in the northwest, like he should be. There's a lot of infantry that was coming from that direction. Takes out Excalibur Rebel, but he is getting flanked right now. Crony able to pick that up. Maybe he's going to relay that to his squad. Accurate Mortars coming in from Lyric's team. That's going to be making sure they can't really push up to that northwest side. Checking in on the west side of Town Hall now.
Well, I'm gonna get you up right now.
Looks like they're in a bit of a stalemate now. Looks like it's Sep and Kovtiak and Kansub.
They're across the road due west. I'll throw a grenade over there. Just reference it. Grenade out.
Cover.
Made a little bit short.
That sounded like 321.
Funny here, making a push.
Thank you.
There's a nade. I hear a nade.
Oh, what a push. Connie, he doesn't see them. Connie pushes through, gets the kill, and gets traded out instantly. As we can see here, it looked like this hab got proxied for a minute when those red rings, or those rings turned red. I think it's because of these guys to the east, but they are no longer proxying it, so the hab should be back up in about 15 seconds. Very accurate mortar fire coming in here. Looks like Echo went down. That means the mortars are now disabled on Fives' team. Very accurate mortar fire coming in here.
Just lit us up, dude. It's right on that main road.
taking a quick look in the stats in the bottom, you see the kill differential is definitely leaning towards Lyric's team, the Australian Defence Forces. And they're also getting more revives as well. So they have a little bit better of a ticket differential, even though Fives' team, the PLA side, has more points capped. Checking in on the south side here, it looks like Creamlin and his squad was able to push through Maverick squad.
I'll try and push on the right side.
And they're about to burn this rally.
Don't follow me too close, stay back a bit.
Rally gets burned. Silver Mercy going to be pushing up here, trying to figure out where Zane's going to be hiding.
Good?
I just got shot from inside the building.
That's not good. Looks like that was a unintentional exploit here. Zane trapped in the building. He should definitely respawn himself instead of using this.
Yeah, they're definitely inside. Ow.
Bungus and Kovtiak pushing through, trying to see if they can clear out this west side. We're getting a lot of kills here towards Town Hall. And we can see a push up now. Ragefire and Jaya pushing through. Echo goes down. Jaya now going to be spawn camping the Hab. Rally burn just on the south side. There we go. The Hab is now proxied. So Fives' team can no longer spawn in on the Hab here at Town Hall. And they start the cap 1 chevron 90% until neutralized. Hell of a push there from Lyric's team. I don't see any rallies close by. It's going to be difficult. There's a rally up right there. It's going to be difficult for Fives' team to get back on Town Hall. They're probably going to have to regroup at main, most likely. Yep, you hear that call out from Sniper there. They're all over the point, digging down the radio now. Fake Cavs, Vader Lives, Infected Scientists, they're going to be pushing in as well. Looks like that proxy just got taken down, but it's going to be back up here soon.
I'll pick him up, just cover me.
You can see here the radio is... Looks like this radio is staged now.
Hey, I'm getting caught by every single round that's fired. Holy crap. Okay, he was coming in from the...
Looking here for any signs of life from Fives' team. Don't see anyone close. So that means Lyric's team is going to continue to dig down this radio. And after 75 seconds,
Whoever this
it will
is
then bleed out.
Full.
And that's a minus 20 ticket differential.
Copy.
Nice mortar there from Squeets. Takes out a vehicle. That's another 5-ish tickets. And there we go. Radio's on bleed. 75 seconds until that radio bleeds out. Their goal is just going to sit here and hold until that radio goes away. So looks like Maverick squad from earlier, they're pushing up to the north, trying to see what they can do to save this radio. It does not look super possible for them. So Town Hall, unless something crazy happens, Town Hall is going to fall. And that's going to be plus 20 tickets for Lyric's team for capping a full point, and it's minus 20 tickets for losing a radio, and another minus 10 for losing a point for Fives' team. Let's get pushed in here by Sap and Off. Wow, what a trade there. Off takes the last two. He's going to be picking up Sap. But I don't think that radio is going to be salvageable.
We got a smooth operator coming through here, dude. I can't see that. I hear it, but I can't see it.
Smooth operator.
Craziness.
I'll pick up here.
See some crossfires coming in from Town Hall. It's going to be holding Lyric's or Fives' team back. They're not able to cross. And there it is. Radio goes down, minus 20 tickets. What a push there from Lyric's team. You can see that Five's team is trying to salvage it. They're coming in from main. They're going to be setting up here on the outskirts, maybe trying to get a rally set up. Looks like they're getting a radio set up. So they're going to get a new attack fob set up pretty close. But that's a good move. And you can see here too, looks like Dave and Stu are once again set up in a vehicle, and they're just going to be watching that main road, not letting anyone cross it. Ticket differential looking pretty large right now. This hab is now going through a 30-second timer as soon as they dig it
Come
up.
here on the corner.
Yep. Stay low, stay low.
Watch me get my brains blown.
Orders already coming in. Man, these mortars are diabolical. This might deny the Australian, or this might deny the PLA from digging up the hab. See there, Stu and Dave pushing up, seeing what they can do to cut out supply lines. They take a hatch or a lat shot and they shrug it off. Over there took some damage from the mortars, and they're gonna be doing their best to get this hab up so their team can spawn. We'll check back in here in a second.
Hey, Renegade, they're just around that corner, bud.
Hold it.
Got a few kills here and there, but for the most part, Lyric's team has full control of Town Hall, 95% until they cap it. You'll see minus 10 tickets for PLA side, and you'll see plus 20 for the Australian side. There you go. And I'm afraid that right there is going to seal the game, unless Fize's team is able to retake Town Hall. We're seeing a nice push here towards the southern side. Lots of trades back and forth. Looks like Lyric's team's coming out on top unless Zane has something to say about it. These mortars are just putting in work. Cat Duck blows himself up. And Klein in there takes out Zane. So Lyric's team has control of that water side. And now this hab's already proxied. Lyric's team kept pushing to the east, and you can see those red rings now means it is proxied. There's too many enemies.
He's coming, he's coming,
They're pushing.
So they cannot get any spawns.
Yeah.
They're far.
Nice angle there from Cannon Poppers.
Not right around the corner.
They're going to try to hold off that push. You're also getting more guys. Sniper Rex pushing up from the south side. Same with Kevin. And there we go. Cleared out the proxy for now. But as soon as more guys get back in, they're going to proxy it one more time. There it is. Proxied yet again. And every time the hab is proxied and unproxied, it's a 30-second timer to activate it. So Five's team cannot spawn on there, and then there you go. It gets proxied again.
Clover, do not be big around the corner. We've got two on the northern side.
Nice kill there from Can Soup, holding off that line. You got Flawful here trying to avenge Sniper Rex. And that hab is still proxied. Damn, those are some accurate mortars. Clover Celestrina tried to push up and clear out the proxy, was not able to do so successfully. 54 tickets now for Fives' team, and they're getting desperate. They want to get more spawns off this hab so they can push the Town Hall. Looks like Fives there had some mic issues. That's why we weren't hearing too much of them earlier. Oh, man. These mortars are just brutal.
I'm super pissed because I was getting a lot of stuff during the Town Hall hold.
You can see there's some reassuring words there from Fives. They have 39 minutes until the game runs out. So they can still mount a push. Looks like the Hab just got proxy, but they did get a spawn off of it.
Alright, we need to get out of this fucking corner. Alright, I gotta grab bandages.
Someone help me dig with this ammo box.
Clover,
Hey,
GL
hit
on my
someone.
body, right side.
Oh,
Great nade there from Clover. Gets 2. Pushing up, trying to get the 3rd.
Get him, Clover, get him.
I hear one close to the wall. Be careful, left side.
Nice crossfire there from Fives.
Frag in. I can't kill you. I'm still thinking
Oh, wow. What a push there. Cleared out the proxy, and that gives a little bit of breathing room here for Fives' team. They're going to try to race in and capture Town Hall. Looks like Bear and Sniper go down. They get blown up by a hat kit. That's another... How many tickets is that? It's another 5 tickets down. But here we go. Fives' team going to be pushing in from the east side. Their only goal is capture Town Hall. And they're going to start working their way over now. See troops mobilizing there. Maverick there to the south trying to hold off the flanking lane. Klein, Nathaniel, and Catduck well aware of where Maverick might be. See some more shots here to the further south. Dinkster, Degon, and Otis. You can see that call out there. Yellow Squad, Popper Squad is on Town Hall. They really are. They are on the point, and they're going to fight for the cap. You can see quite a large differential of kills there. 158 for Lyric's team and 117 for Fives' team. Also a lot more revives on the Australian Defense Force. You can see now the ADF side is pushing in from the north, trying to hold off this push.
Hey, we are taking it with only 2 chefs. They have pushed off heavily. They're trying to push us back to next.
And you can see there only 1 Chev on Town Hall. And every time someone on Fives' team dies, they're going to have to hold their spawns because you don't want to give up that ticket.
Three in the church at least.
Grenades out.
Wallbang. Nice GL there from Fake Kaz. Kovtiak, the last man standing here in the church. Nice nade.
Shit.
Jesus. Hey, at least another medic is coming.
The Excalibur Rebel here hiding in the body, trying to get his buddy up. Vader gets picked up. Those mortars are coming in again on Town Hall. You got more guys on Lyric's team pushing in from the Hab, from the west side. Still, 1 Chev for Fives' team on Town Hall. And again, if they fully cap this point, that's plus 20 tickets. So that could very well keep them alive. Some brutal fighting here happening in the church. Gotcha goes down swinging. Clover's swinging around. And he's going to have some backup here from clapping.
Bandaging.
He's reloading. He's about to push.
Building, dude. Yeah, I got you.
276.
Someone's pushing in church. I saw their feet.
Yep. I'm holding door close.
One inside.
Nice kill there from Clover.
Clover, are you alive?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
hear
no.
someone bandaging in here. I have one bandage left. I can only get one person in here.
Watch out,
Get
Reese.
my
You got
medics,
multiple
get my medics, get my
contacts
medics.
on the church.
Someone covers you. Me, I'll get in.
This is just a war of attrition to the last man standing. Stu and Dave holding back and killing anyone that appears over these trees. Still one shove at Town Hall. Five's team is holding on by the skin of their teeth.
24 tickets.
Jai, I'm
we're on
here.
to Chevy Cap. Ignore
Yep,
me.
we're good.
You hear the call there. Everything relies on Town Hall. They have to cap this point.
Over, I gotta get you here.
Yeah, I have one left.
They're just shooting your body.
I think they shot me through the wall.
I'm in. Go, 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 go.
Clapping. I want you to move.
You can't go, right? Like, if I'm keeping going on, I can see them. I can't see them.
Nice kill there. Crony finally takes out Reese, but we're having a coordinated push here from Lyric's team. They're going to be pushing Town Hall. They're going to be trying to take out this first building. Here we go, our mid-man sniper. Let's see what he can do. Turn around! No! Sniper goes down, and with that, I think that's... I don't know. Great mortars here from Squeaks. Dave going to be repositioning, laying down some cover fire. See lots of fighting happening here just outside of the town hall. These elevated positions, it's going to be tough to take this point. You can see right now it's been locked, it's been neutralized, but I don't think there's enough time left for Lyric's team to, or sorry, Fives' team to capture this point. And these mortars are just not making their lives any easier. Oh my god.
Frag out in the building. Frag out in the building.
Nothing holding?
Let's check on Squeaks' kills so far. 27 enemies incapacitated, but it's hampering Fives' team from being able to move.
Behind you, push up.
Yeah, I know.
Perfect.
Really gotta.
I'll hold
Watch it,
stairs,
they're
I'll hold
coming out.
stairs.
Right
nerd, right
got him
nerd.
down.
They're bandaging.
I'll hold the stairs, you guys hold everything else.
Boban runs right into the nade, he gets taken out. See, it looks like Lyric's team was able to take over the church. They're going to be held at bay by Randy and Kine.
We'll just have to fight and try and push for a second round here.
I should have said something sooner. I was
Yeah,
gonna
I
think
know, I
you were
did.
using trade comms.
Lots of bodies here because no one on the PLA side wants to give up.
Don't give up. Do not give up. That's me.
Holy shit.
Alright, starting to push north, starting to push north.
And you can see there now, Lyric's team capping back Town Hall now.
Hey, get a strategic give up. Just give up all the 11 tickets.
And there you go. There's the call to end the game. He's calling for a give up. The game's going to be ending right now to make sure that Lyric's team does not capture Town Hall again and get even more tickets. That's unfortunate. You know, Fives was saying himself his mic was not working there for the first, let's
One
call
on
it,
top of us.
60% of the game and didn't realize it. So that definitely, that hurt their chances of getting a more coordinated attack going. It looks like, you know, taking Town Hall there basically crippled Fives' team because they lost a hab. They lost 20 tickets from the radio being dug down and definitely set the tone for the remainder of the game. Let's take a look real quick at performance here. And funny enough, you know, it looks like Squeaks only had 7 in caps. But I would, if I had to attribute some MVPs, it would be Stu and Dave for taking out 2 vehicles off rip, and also just mowing down infantry later on, and then definitely Squeaks as well. Squeaks had some insane mortars that denied Fives' team being able to push up, especially towards the end of the game when he was just hammering Town Hall, and also when he was hammering that new attack hab that was being set up to the east side. But now we have an intermission, usually about a 5-minute break, 5 to 10 minutes. So we'll pause for a minute. Both teams will regroup. Squad leaders will start talking, talk about how that game went, what they can adjust for this next round, and then we're gonna roll it. We're gonna swap sides. We're gonna play the exact same map, and then we're gonna see what adjustments are made. You can see 135 ticket differential from that first map. It's gonna be very tough to overcome that. Is it possible? Yes, but it's gonna be very tough for Fives' team to have enough of a ticket differential to win. So they need to win this next map by 136 tickets. So again, if you just tuned in, that was the end of round 1. We are on a short intermission. It's usually 5 to 10 minutes, and then the map will roll again back to Harju, and then we'll play that second round, where Fives' team will be on the Australian side and Lyric's team will be on the PLA side. Thinking back though, and just kind of reviewing, what we saw there, definitely Town Hall was the turning point, but I think it was that northern push from Lyric's team. Okay, they're starting at 50. It was that northern push that definitely helped from Lyric's team. They were able to converge both from the west and the north side and overpower Town Hall. They were able to proxy the hab that was just in the middle of the point, and then they were able to just keep pushing from that point on. Fives' team had a good idea with setting up that attack fob, and they were able to get some momentum and neutralize Town Hall late in the game. It was just too late. The ticket differential was too much. Overall, pretty good game though. It was fun to watch that. Definitely curious to see what both teams make in terms of adjustments for this next round. Yeah, exactly what Popper said. Those mortars were unbelievable. I'm going to take a minute and I will be right back. right, looks like we're back on Harju. I believe this is live. Depends on if the teams are on the right sides. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow Lyric's team this time to hear their comms. Yeah, it looks like they rolled it again to make sure the teams are on the right sides. And I believe this should be live now. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and swap to the PLA side this time. I'll wait until they get all their squads set up. I'll make mine and then hop back into the admin cam. And yeah, I'm doing this because I want to hear, we heard what Fives' team sounded like last game, heard the comms. Unfortunately, like we said, Fives' mic wasn't working for the majority of that game. This time around, I want to hear, Lyrics commanding. I want to hear definitely from, Mercy, Stu, Ragefire. So definitely curious to see what the difference in comms sound like. Okay, not live. We're gonna double roll 50. Okay. And what I'm curious about too is Fives' team, Sniper, Sniper and Bear are in the 50 cal RWS. So my question is, are they gonna do the same thing that Stu did last round, where they set up right here at the roundabout and just aim down the main lane? I think that was a phenomenal decision to have that positioning last round. So curious if they're gonna copy that. And on the flip side, are Stu and Degon, are they going to just come rolling down the main point and take that fight? Or maybe do they go somewhere else? Like I said in the previous round, the rollout is super important because it sets the tempo for the game. And it also lets you set up map control and get your spawn points down. And losing those 2 light Vics off the rip for the PLA side last round, it definitely hurt them. Thankfully, it wasn't a Logi that they lost, but it did hurt their momentum. And they were down 2 armor Vics off rip. So I'm willing to bet, it's going to be a fight again for Town Hall. I am curious, though, what the Lyrics team is going to do as the PLA side. Are they going to put more of an effort to the northern side like they did last round? Are they going to focus at all on the south side? Or are they just going to, with the ticket differential, he could just turtle on Town Hall, call it a day. So about 1 more minute, and then the admin is going to double roll so that we end up on the same teams again, but it'll be live that time. This is cool. While we wait for this to load, this is cool seeing Killa here was posting some timelines in here. So you see, off rip, each team starts at 200, and then they each capture their initial flags, and then you can just see the ticket drain starts. Just losing guys on that Town Hall cap. This is where they lose the radio. That's when they finally lose that point for Town Hall, and then it's just a continual drop down. So it was right here was that turning point where Lyric's team just did not lose barely any tickets from fighting. Their medics were able to keep their guys up, and they were winning those gunfights. It's a pretty cool screen. Soldier deaths 155. Lost 1 radio. They lost 3 RWS fix. Looked like 2 transports on top of that. On the ADF side, they only lost 80 soldiers. So they were able to pick up the majority of their guys. They only lost 1 vehicle, and they did not lose any FOB radios. Hell of a difference there. So that's the first roll, I believe. Oh no, that was the second roll. All right, so this should be live now. See everyone spawning in. So we got 3.5 minutes of staging, and then this will be live. Score first half, 135-0. Zane, go back to the middle.
Negative. Sorry, Vader, can't hear you.
Okay, too bad.
So again, my question is, is sniper and I think sniper and bear, they're gonna have the RWS fixed. So are they going to set up and watch this cross section just like Stu and D-Gun did? We'll find out here in about 2 minutes. Try to do a little overview when they first roll out. One minute left on staging until we get rolling. $15 seconds now. Go, rollout started here, and what I'm curious about again is, are we gonna see any fighting along this main road? I'm willing to bet yes. See, Fives' team, you got some guys peeling off to the north, one guy going out to the west, it looks like. And you can see the Habs getting created off rip. Yep, there goes Baron Sniper setting up at the intersection. So Sniper goes down. Bear trades it though and takes out Stu. So it looks like Bear and Sniper are going to win that initial engagement. Great shooting out of them. You can see here we're getting a fast initial push from Fives' team. They're going to be setting up and trying to take over Town Hall as quick as possible. Got a rally here from Fake Kaz. It's about to get burned.
You want to go inside the red building?
They burned that rally off the rip. Seeing great initiative here out of Fives' team. Let's see, Kovtiak and Lonely going to be pushing into the church.
From the window from the side.
Getting shot from the flank there. Krusty Cab takes one down. Kovtiak not looking good for him. There was a nade though. Looks like it took out these guys inside.
Building. Squad 4 in the secure biolabs, double back, help us.
We'll come back to those guys here later. Lots of tempo coming out here from Fives' team. I don't see a Hab coming down just yet. Looks like there's a backup radio. You got a few rallies down for Lyric's team. They're setting up a fob here just outside of Town Hall.
Hey, all my guys are down around church.
I like that positioning.
Spell's activating.
Baron Sniper there staying put on the roundabout. And now we can start seeing that is quite an aggressive push there. Yeah, you see the comms there. Ragefire is aware of that. And this is a gamble. If Fives' team is able to get down a fob and make it work here, this could win the game. But it's just like we saw last round. If this gets proxied and then the radio gets dug down, then that's going to be the end of the game, just like that. So a bit of a stalemate here at Town Hall. We have the initial cap still going. School is being captured right now. There is quite a focus here from Fives' team to try and delay this cap. Saki's aware of Anubis's position. They trade. Wow. So one chef here on School. No, they're no longer capping. So that stalls the cap here at School. And there you go, one chef again. I'm liking this aggressive approach here. That was a nice little attempt to try and stall their cap. School's about to get capped. Apartments is also working to get capped. And here we go. Fives' team has control of Town Hall, and they're going to hold it as best they can to try and take as many tickets as possible. Ragefire just walks up and nade like nothing happened. Good mortars coming in from Echo there. Gets a kill. Ragefire also gets taken out. Sniper back in the game. Him and Bear going to be laying down some hell. We're seeing quite a coordinated push here coming in from the PLA. They're going to be held back by the mortars, though. Phenomenal mortars there from Echo. Apartments getting capped. And now the cap starts for Town Hall. One chevron for Fives' team. And you're seeing some more guys still here at School. Kind, Anubis, Climax. You see Movan there in the corner. They're just going to be pestering School. And if, if Fives' team is able to take Town Hall relatively quickly, they might be able to squeeze out some chevrons, maybe even cap School. Majority of the fighting is going to be here at Town Hall. That Hab gets proxied. And that's the
They're also elsewhere.
that's the risk that you run having your hab right on top of the point. There's just enough enemies on the outskirts here to proxy that hab.
There's quite a few guys still.
Still have one Chev on the point. Having these vehicles right on the point too, it's going to be free tickets here.
Ow.
One Vic goes down, Lodge is still up. Heaven taking down Poppers. Sap goes down as well. Fake Cast takes him out. You can hear the panic here in the ADF side. They are not wanting to lose this hab. It is back up though, so they're going to get a couple more spawns off of it probably. There goes the Logi. That's another 5 tickets. Good mortars there from Echo. He's going to keep peppering the point. And you can see this push now. Fake Kaz and Excalibur pushing into the point, and they are in the radio room. Oh no. Fake Kaz can get this at least staged. That is going to disable the spawn.
In this building too. I think they're on our
You can see 3 PLA members now. We got Vader, Fake Kaz, and Excalibur. And this is going to be hard to retake the radio room. Kevin going to be holding the outside. Poppers pushing to his right underneath him. Radio stage now, so that spawn is now disabled. Poppers takes out Kevin. And Sniper and Bear get flanked by Stu and Dave. So that's another 5 tickets lost. And that radio is staged, so that hab cannot be spawned on anymore. And you just heard the call that radio is on bleed. Unless my game is glitched, it doesn't look like it's on bleed to me.
One time's in there.
Seeing there to effort here to push up. Fake Kaz is taken down, and they're going to try to get this radio back up. It's good. That was a good trade. That was a good push up. Looks like Fives' team was able to save that just in time. Radio gets back up. 30-second timer starts for the hab. See more mortars coming in here from Echo. Let's see where they land. Ragefire in a pretty good spot to distract these guys, do some damage. Looks like the hab gets proxied again with those reinforcements coming in from the northeast side. And Ragefire is going to be pushing up. Fives' team getting some fortifications here to try and cover the approach, but he comes on the other side. Gets a 3-piece. Ragefire clears out the radio room. Hab still proxied. Reinforcements. Oh my god, Stu gives a TK onto Ragefire. That was unfortunate. He was about to pull off the 4-piece there. Doesn't matter. Fives goes down to Kevin.
Covering right side.
The PLA have full control now of Town Hall. That's going to be minus 20 tickets yet again. Unless Fives' team has an ace up their sleeve. And we're seeing, if I look over here real quick, to the south side, it looks like the mortars have been taken out. So Fives' team, the mortars have been taken out. Echo's no longer on those. It looks like he's going to be cutting bait and trying to set up a new fob. I don't think they're going to find that radio. That means the mortars are no longer in play. Stu and Dave take out another transport truck that's -5 tickets. Coming back to the point here, that radio is on bleed.
Thank you.
And they're also capping Town Hall now. So this is a very similar situation compared to what we saw earlier. They're gonna, it looks like Fives' team is gonna lose Town Hall, and they're gonna lose that radio. And they're gonna push onwards. Clapping goes down to Stu and Dave. Looks like the bulk of the fighting has cooled down for now. See that mortar's still up. Doesn't look like their team was able to find where that radio was. And you're seeing a regrouping now in main base. Town Hall neutralized here by the Australian, or by the PLA side. And you're seeing a coordinated push here across the street. Because this is where apartments is going to be that next point here to the south. Sap there with the couple of kills stifles that push for now. And it looks like really now the tempo of the game is really just being decided by, you know, Lyric's team. Do they want to keep pushing into apartments? Do they just want to turtle and hold Town Hall? Either way, they're looking very, very strong. You can see these spawn placements that they have now. You got several rallies. You got your hab right here. And if we tune back in onto school, it looks like, yeah, it looks like the Australian side was able to actually clear out school. But it doesn't really matter because Town Hall should fall regardless.
Open top on 6 mark. It is currently unmanned.
Enemy infantry has located the radio.
See here, it's calmed down a lot while the Australian side is regrouping. Seeing a backup hab that got placed down towards Harju Industrial. They're going to be focusing on defending apartments and probably, if possible, attacking Town Hall.
Enemy logi roughly to the west on that mark from 6.
You can see here that secondary push happening now. Vader, Krusty, Fate Kaz, and Excalibur. They're going to be pushing and probing towards apartments now.
Drop ammo.
RWS just left main on 6 mark heading. They might be picking up the other vehicle.
Good to go. No more ammo left.
There we go. Town Hall falls. It's -10 tickets for the Australian side, and that's +20 tickets for the PLA side now. And here's some vehicles duking it out. Let's go see what's happening here. Stu there. Once again, taking out Sniper and Bear, and that's 2 vehicles that they can blow up for tickets. That's -10 tickets right there just off of vehicles. See, the mortars are back up now by Echo. He's going to start laying into Town Hall. We're seeing some skirmishes over here. And you can see that the PLA side has pushed all the way in towards apartments. Fives goes down. Fake Cat still pushing up. Seen a bit of a flank here from Anubis, Kine, and Climax. They're going to try to wrap around, maybe push towards Town Hall from the northwest side. But you're seeing a consolidated attack coming in now. Looks like 2 squads here pushing in towards apartments. And there we go. We got 1 Chevron on apartments. PLA is starting to cap. Ragefire leading the charge. He knows where that mortar is.
Cool, they just landed directly on top me.
Close.
Ragefire almost had he had an opportunity to get a lot of kills there. Echo realizes that he's a little exposed, so he's going to sit back.
Hey, Vic, I have one on Charlie and I-4 on the river. Where your Vic is.
Stu and Dave now are just going to hold down this road, not let anyone cross. Daniel there, looks like he got a 2-piece there with a hat kit. Takes out Poppers and Cunny.
South of the rally. Just west of our Vic.
Nice shooting from him. Looks like it was that vehicle over there. Still 1 Chev. PLA forces are currently taking apartments. Great counter mortars there from Squeaks. Takes out the ADF's mortars. Echo goes down, and with that, the mortar might be fully taken out if he keeps hitting that. Absolutely phenomenal counter mortars there. Stu and Dave pushing into back lines.
He's
Looks like they found where the ADF's hab is. You hear that mid-arm rocket. We teach you in the BCT you gotta be more than 30 meters away, and you heard that mid-arm.
Enemy hat dead.
Infantry pushing out now, and really the goal of Fives' team is just to stop the bleed. That is pretty much all they want to do, is just hold apartments, and I think we have some artillery coming in. Maybe I was wrong. I'm not too sure if that was. Apartments is neutralized now. Yep. As you can hear, Lyric's team knows exactly where that hab is for the Australians. Just a missed hat shot there. Dave and Stu doing a drive-by there, the hab, take out Randy's shots. Oh, are they trying to mortar the radio? Radio is in the open. I think they were trying to mortar the hab and they shot a little bit deep. You can see a flank here happening from Catduck and Kremlin. They're going to be here on the southeast side in their own vehicle. And it looks like they were able to take out the supplies here from the main. So yeah, that's going to take off a lot of really any ability that the Australian force has of resupplying. See, this area here by the coastline is just being shelled. I think Lyric's team and Squeaks is trying to find exactly where the hab is so they can start shelling it more. Apartments still 1 Chev. Daniel there with another kill takes out Poppers. And he's just been able to be on this rooftop as long as he wants and just taking out vehicles left and right. 73% to cap on apartments. And I just don't see a way for Fives' team to come back from this. Saki hiding in the bushes.
We're about 80% done capping apartments.
There you go, the mortars are dialed in now. Squeak stakes out Anubis, and he's just going to keep on shelling that for the rest of the game. Apartments gets taken. That's minus 10 tickets for Fives' team, plus 20 again for Lyrics. See now, Kremlin and Cat Duck pushing up, and they might have spotted the radio. See Stu and Dave going to be fighting again versus Sniper and Bear.
I'm out, Bear.
Bear's not going to be mobile here, so Stu and Dave have an opportunity to push up and just flank.
He's close.
Yo, he's right here.
Yep.
Stu and Dave not looking too hot. They're on fire. They go down. Bear gets a two-piece. That keeps them alive for now. But the Hab is now proxied. You see Vader, Excalibur, Fate Kaz, Krusty, Nusaki, Jaya too. They're just going to be pushing up, and this Hab is now fully proxied. And I don't think they've located just yet where the radio is. But they're going to dig this Hab down and at least stage it so that Fives' team is not able to spawn anymore. And now, Reese here and Infected, they can just hold off this push all they want. And again, I don't see a good way for Fives' team to get back in this. And they're just going to be shot off rip. And just like that, transport taken out. And that's the thing with these scrims is there's no rule against main camping. So Cat Duck is well within his right to just sit here, watch the main, and kill anything that comes out of it. One Chev on Harju Industrial. And that radio is now on bleed. As soon as that bleeds out, if the game's not over by then, that will be the end of the game. And if you're on Fives' team, there's really not much you can do. You can't even get out of main at this point. Desperate last-ditch attempt here from Fives' team, trying to see what damage they can inflict, but the ticket differential is just too great. They get taken up by a hat by Thaniel, and that is going to be the end of the game there. Wow. Let's just look at that timeline first. So that timeline you can see started out pretty open. You can see Alaji was lost there on the Australian side. Each team taking their initial caps, and then similar again. It's very similar to last game where, you know, Fives' team, and maybe this time is a little bit different because, you know, they were down. They did need to do a little bit of a desperate attempt to try and take as many flags as possible, but putting that Hab directly on Town Hall was the beginning of the end in both matches. And we saw here, you know, Five's team was able to take control of Town Hall. They had that initial hab, but then they got overwhelmed by the PLA. Their hab got proxied. They were able to battle back a couple times, but eventually that was dug down. And without a backup hab, Lyric's team was able to keep pushing to the next points. Eventually, that next tab was created by Apartments, but at that point, it was a little bit too late. Lyric's team just kept pushing through, took Apartments, and then they were about to take Hardju as well. Again, it was great driving by Stu and Degon. They were able to take out multiple vehicles. Same with Katzuk there towards the end. Phenomenal mortars by Squeaks. He was able to take out Echo and take out his mortars. And then great AT take play from Thaniel, able to take out multiple vehicles. So you can see here the vehicles that they lost. You can see the 2 radios that they lost, and then of course the flags. So hell of a game there. Congratulations to Lyric on winning his first ever scrim as a commander, and took down Goliath himself, Fives, who unfortunately did have mic issues in that first game. Is what it is, but it was definitely a whole lot of fun to watch. So thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. This was super fun to cast, and we will see you guys when we host our next event /scrim. Thank you very much.